Okay, good evening. If you'd like a question this evening, please raise your hand. We'll get round the room. There's simultaneous translation available on the headsets. If you haven't got a headset, please take a headset from the side. And we will begin with that gentleman there. Yeah, where you go.
Graeme, congratulations. You asked for reaction from your players, and also you wanted the crowd to support you. It was held tonight. It was just fantastic atmosphere. You must be really pleased.
Really pleased, yeah. Fantastic atmosphere, fantastic evening. Players were tremendous, the supporters were tremendous. We had to be against a team that are doing so well. 10 games on the bounce, winning. But I think over the 2 games, I think we've deserved to go through. I thought we played a good game against Dortmund, but we didn't score. Today we did. And I thought it was a special night.
Gary Cottrell.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We all knew this was a make or break night for Chelsea's future in the Champions League. Now you've got the victory, in all honesty, did you think it was a make or break night for your future as Chelsea manager?
I didn't really think about it in that way. There's always going to be those types of questions and noise. My job is to help the team, help the players, prepare the team as best we could, and to support them because they've been suffering as well. The players, nobody's enjoyed the run we've had. So that's why today was important for us. We wanted to progress. We have, and we're happy.
Simon Johnson. Gary, hang on.
Sorry?
The owner is here.
Yeah, I have you.
Gary.
We're still here.
Simon.
I'm still here.
Where you go?
Graeme,
Hi.
as far as wins go, where does that rank in your career? Would you say it's one of the most satisfying? And secondly, it looked like you didn't watch the retake of penalties. Was that the case, and why? Was it just the level of tension you're feeling at the moment?
Well, I think to win a game, to go into the last 8 of the Champions League, you'd have to say it's up there in terms of wins and evenings in my career for sure. And then I watched the first penalty, and that didn't work so well. So I thought I'd look at the floor and just wait for the crowd to make a noise, and thankfully they did. So then, at that point, I can't do anything. It's just down to Kai and down to Kai's personality and temperament, and obviously that's at a very, very high level.
Matt Law.
Hi Graeme. We've asked you a fair bit about Marc Cucurella getting booed in the past, but it felt like he turned it around a bit tonight. He had a very good game. You had left him out the squad completely and then bring him back straight into the team. Can you just give your feelings on all that?
I think he got man of the match, did he?
Yeah.
I think. So, obviously if the result hadn't gone our way, I'm not sure, the consequences. So, delighted for him. Obviously, when you're having a bad time like we've had, you accept the criticism. You have to deal with it. Marc has dealt with it well. We've tried to shield him a little bit and at the same time pick the moment. I thought tonight, regardless of his situation, the crowd were going to get behind us because of the Champions League, and with Benoit not available, I thought that he just gave us that left foot and balance on the back 3, and thankfully he delivered a top performance.
Andy Dillon.
Hi Graeme.
Hi.
Watching you over the past weeks as we have, you're always pretty well guarded in the dugout. Tonight we saw you kind of cheerleading, whipping up the crowd, that sort of stuff. Did you get a bit swept up in the emotion of it as well?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's an important game. It's a special atmosphere. It was a passionate evening, I would say. Both sets of supporters, I thought, contributed to that. Great atmosphere. Stamford Bridge was rocking, like we said before the game. I thought that it would be, and it was. And then I think our performance helped that as well. We pressed high. We tried to win some tackles. We tried to attack them unorganised. Play some decent stuff against it. Like I said, a top team. Eden's done a fantastic job. So to go through, we're really, really happy.
And what about the character your players showed? Because tonight was the first. I mean, if you take it as one game, you were kind of 1-0 down half time against this lot. It was the first time since about November that you've actually come back to win a match. So I just wonder if you could talk to us about the character that they've shown there tonight and the energy that was in the team.
Yeah, I think it's not just this evening. It's we've had a tough period, so we had to respond against Leeds. We played a good game against Dortmund away, but we lost and in the moment that we're in, obviously no one wants to hear that you played well and had some chances and should have scored. And then we had a poor first half against Southampton, and then it can pretty quickly spiral into not a pleasant situation. So everybody has to stick together then, and we have to suffer together and find a way through. And I think the players have done that in an incredible way. And like I said, a big thanks to the supporters, because they were amazing tonight, and they helped us on Saturday, and they've helped us this evening. So brilliant for everybody connected with the club.
Darren Lewis?
You asked pretty much for the supporters to get behind the team and yourself, and the supporters to respond big time today. Do you feel like tonight's a night, a bit of a turning point, in so much as them getting behind the club, yourself, after some difficult weeks? And also, do you feel that you've had a little slice of luck, which everyone needs in terms of key players for them not being available, a couple of injuries early on as well? Do you feel like things have just gone your way tonight?
Yeah, I think the supporters have been really fair with us. I mean, they care. Supporters care. So when the results aren't what you want, they feel pain, and so then they have to articulate that pain somehow, get rid of it. And whether that's at me or whoever it is, it's like, well, we know that when you're in this job, that's what happens. So, but all I can say is they've been really supportive. They really have. They've stuck with the team. They've helped us on the pitch, and rightly so. When we haven't performed, we haven't won, then they've let the feelings know, and that's fair enough. In terms of, you always need a little bit of luck. As much as we think we're, these talented coaches and talented players, you need a bit of luck as well. And I would say, before the World Cup, we had 9 players out. And if you've got no Reece James, no Kante, no Wesley Fofana, no Chilwell, no Loftus-Cheek, no Sterling, these players are important for us as well. And tonight, like you say, they had some players missing, and that goes in our favour. I'm not going to complain about that, that's for sure.
Okay, last 2 this evening, gentlemen there, and then Tom, Roddy to finish.
Hi, Graeme. Good evening. Congratulations for the result tonight.
Thank you.
Since you joined Chelsea, you got 5 wins out of 7 games in the Champions League. However, the balance in the Premier League has not been as good as that. I want to ask you, what do you think are the reasons for that difference between the Champions League and the Premier League?
Well, they're 2 different competitions, and it's not from a want of trying. I think sometimes you're playing Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, and the reality of us, certainly in the autumn, was continual injuries, continual problems that to stop us being really stable, and that's probably affected our Premier League form. Since the break, we've had to try to integrate new players and get players up to speed in terms of recovering from injury. But all those things have made it a tough period. So it's important for the Champions League for us to go into the last 8, and delighted for everybody connected with the club that we've done that.
Last question, Tom.
Graeme, you've spoken quite a bit about everything kind of you've gone through in the last few weeks, all the sort of focus on you and also the team and everything. Does tonight feel like all of that, everything you've gone through in recent weeks, does it make it feel like it was kind of worth it?
Well, I don't know whether worth it's the right way to look at it. I think inevitably in life you're going to have bad times and then you have good times. I don't see any other way really to think about it, and it's how you react to the bad times, how you deal with those situations. You have to try and find some perspective and trying to analyse it in the correct way, and then things are never bad forever, thankfully.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
But it felt like that sometimes. Huh?
Thanks, Graeme.